The fall hiring season for actuarial positions is starting right now. It's during this time that you're probably going to see an influx of entry-level actuarial jobs and internships posted. You might be wondering, why is that? Well, essentially, actuarial employers are starting early. They want to snatch up all the students that are going to be graduating next spring and looking for entry-level jobs, and they want the students that are going to look for summer internships next summer. That doesn't mean that you have to be a student in order to get a job, though. Basically, what it means is that actuarial employers are going to be very active during this time. So it's the perfect opportunity and the perfect time for you to be starting your job search, whether you are a student or not. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you my top 3 tips that you can implement right away and are going to help you increase your chances of getting an actuarial job this fall recruiting season. By the way, I'm Bria, Associate of the Society of Actuaries and founder of the Actuary Accelerator community, where we train future actuaries how to become top candidates so that they can stand out from the competition and get their very first actuarial job. So let's get into this video. 3, 2, 1, go. So not all job posts are actually posted online. So my tip for you is to be untraditional or creative in your approach to applying to actuarial jobs so that you can get around the fact that there might be jobs available that aren't actually posted. In a video I did a few weeks ago, I said that only about 20% of jobs are posted online. So that means that 80% of jobs are available to you but aren't actually posted there easily for you to find. That means you have to be creative. You might have heard me also talk in the past about your Dream 10 list. Basically, this is a list of 10 companies that you really want to work for, ones that you've already researched and decided that they'd be perfect fits for you. So most likely you're going to want to focus your efforts around these 10 companies. You want to get into one of those companies even though there might not be a job post online. So think outside the box. What could you do to get your resume in front of those recruiters at that company? One example I have for you is that members of the AAC in the past have been able to mail their resume. Yes, they use snail mail to get their resume into that building that they wanted to work in. And this was a great way to get around the fact that there wasn't a job post online, because most people these days do not mail their resume. It's always electronically submitted. So when a resume arrived at the company, it automatically got transferred to the recruiting team. They opened it, and because it was right there in front of them, they were able to see it, read through it, and gave someone an interview. See, this is kind of a workaround way to get in front of recruiters even though there wasn't a job post online. The great thing about taking this approach and trying to work around the fact that there isn't a job post online is that the job posts that are available secretly, those 80% that aren't posted online, are actually way less competitive. That means that you, if you get in front of a recruiter, have a much higher chance of actually getting that job because there's almost no competition for them. So think outside the box. What can you do to get in front of recruiters at the company that you want to work for, even though there isn't a job post online? Okay, so the next tip that I have for you is that your resume needs to be about what makes you a great candidate for the position, not about why you want the job. This is a big mistake I see a lot of future actuaries make. Your resume needs to be a marketing tool. When you think about marketing tools, let's think about a commercial, for example. When a company puts out a commercial, they don't say things like, "We want you to buy our product because it'll make us tons and tons and tons of money." No, instead they talk about reasons why you would want that product and how it will benefit you. Now your resume needs to do the same thing. It needs to talk about how you are going to be able to help the company that you want to work for, not about why you want the job. So that means you don't want to put an objective statement at the top of your resume that says something like, "I'm looking for an actuarial job that will allow me to use my analytical skills to do da 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 da." That's not going to attract employers. That's talking about what you want. Instead, at the top of your resume, put a career profile that really summarizes everything that makes you a great candidate for the actuarial role and talks about how you're going to be able to help the company that you want to work for. This is something that you should do in your email correspondence and in your cover letter as well, and it's going to make a huge difference because your resume is a marketing tool and it has to be treated like that. Okay, my third tip for you is to follow up. So many times I see future actuaries apply to actuarial jobs online and then I completely forget about them. They never hear back and they don't do anything about it. But you should be following up. If you follow up, it gives you a second chance to get in front of a recruiter and kind of allows you to cut the line. There are tons of other applicants, but if you follow up, the recruiter is more likely to actually actually look specifically into your resume so that they can reply to you. Now, you might be wondering how long you should wait to follow up, and usually I recommend about 2 weeks after you've applied. But if there was a date where the company said that they would stop accepting applications, you'd probably want to wait 2 weeks after that in order to give the employer enough time to look at your resume. If you haven't heard back within 2 weeks, then it's totally fine to follow up. Now, when you're following up, if you send an email, you're definitely going to want to include your resume in that email so it's really easy for the employer to find. And if you decide to call to follow up, then you might even be able to get a short interview right there on the phone. Now, it can take a lot of time to follow up, so you're really going to want to make sure you do this specifically for your Dream 10 list. Those are the companies that you've already decided you really want to work for, so those are the ones you want to focus your attention on. If you don't do this for all your applications, make sure you at least do it for the Dream 10 list. And really, there's no harm in following up. There's nothing bad that's going to come from following up, so you may as well do it when you can. Now, if this video has been helpful for you, can you please give it a thumbs up so it can spread to more future actuaries that are going to be looking for a job this recruiting season? And if you want more job search tips, then make sure you go watch this video next, which has tons of job stats that are really going to blow your mind and help you even more in getting that actuarial job this recruiting season. I'm wishing you best of luck. Bye for now.